What is up, family? Welcome to my IGTV. You might have seen me over on Meg's. We're doing weekly relationship Instagram lives, Instagram TVs, but right now we're doing it on mine. All right, you need to pull yourself together.
Yeah,
I need quality
I'm
content,
nervous.
right?
I'm nervous. Yeah, you're taking the lead.
Yeah. Let go, surrender, sink into your feminine.
Okay.
We're going to talk about today a post that I did last week, which is about she is not your everything. How is this woman not my everything? You are probably asking, but we've been on a journey for the last 6 years, and our relationship has deepened, and it's been amazing, it's been profound, but there's been points, many points, where I haven't really been able to say that I've been fully engaged with life. I've been hiding behind my role as servant to my partner. Which is all well and good, we want to make them feel amazing, we want to look after them, but there's a very strong difference between serving your truest gifts and just pandering to the needs, or not necessarily the needs, but the wants of your partner. So it's very important that we look at this as men, because a lot of guys are wondering why, oh, I'm such a nice guy. Why don't women want me? Why does the passion fade? Why do we just become like housemates instead of passionate, sex-fueled lovers? Why is that no longer? And I can speak from very, very clear and very, very real experience on this, because I was taught that to be in a relationship with a woman, I had to do everything for her. Everything.
Which was quite fun for a little while.
Initially, it was really great,
Because I don't really like to clean or pick up after myself, so it worked out really well.
Yeah, and I felt as though I was able to fill a void that needed to be filled. I was looking after her, and that's what you do with your woman. You look after her. But eventually, I became more and more passive, and I became a character in Meg's story. I'd forgotten who Jacob O'Neill was, and I'd forgotten what he was here to do. And it wasn't really, I've had many, realizations around this, but Meg and I were having a conversation, and she was asking me my opinion on something, and I said what I thought she wanted to hear, and she just called bullshit.
So
Straight
fuck
up.
off.
Tell me what you really think. And
I
it got
think
heated.
I said, I know you're only saying that because you think that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, and it was really triggering. I was like, hang on, no, that's not how this program works. I say what you want to hear, and then you say yes, okay, and then we don't have a fight. We don't have any tension. There's no, friction. Which is very, very, which is the first step, or is a straight, you're heading straight towards a passionless relationship. So she called me out on it. I was like, well, actually, I think that you're full of shit, all right? I think that what you're doing is really annoying, and this is what's come up for me.
And I think I also said I don't feel you saying that. Like when you say those things, like, yeah, when you say what you think I want you to say, I don't feel you. There's no passion there. There's just like, I know you're just regurgitating something just to make me feel good. Like, fuck that. I want to feel you. I don't want you to just say shit to make me feel good. I want to feel you.
She doesn't want a robot. Yeah, she doesn't just want someone that, that just, okay, this is what she said. I'll put that through the algorithm. Yep, okay, I say this, and that'll keep the peace.
Yes. And like you said before, keeping the peace, if that's your thing, keep the peace. But usually keeping the peace means no passion, no deep attraction.
Yeah.
A woman wants to feel her man. She wants to feel that he's alive and he's there and he's present and he's like turned on by life and knows what he wants.
Oh, and the biggest thing too, right there, is the consciousness. It's like, are you consciously practicing living your purpose? And if you're not, then you're going to fall into these pleasing ways of a passionless, spineless man. Your heart isn't open. You're not willing to give all of you to her. You're not willing to make mistakes. And this is something that I really speak to a lot, is that you've got to be willing to fuck it up, brothers. But when you fuck it up, you get the opportunity to learn and become better.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you might lean in a little too hard, or you might say something that is a little too brash. And you know what happens is that your woman is able to attune you. Like we like to call each other our vibrational tuning fork.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good, you know. And what Meg did for me when she said, I don't feel you, that doesn't feel like it's coming from you. She was letting me know that I'd stepped out of alignment.
Yeah.
And I'd stopped living from a place of truth.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been convinced that this girl right here, this amazing woman, was my everything. And that my job was to make sure that everything was perfect and comfortable for her. But in doing that, I was denying her the experiences she needs to have to grow herself.
Yeah.
And by denying her my truest gifts, I was doing her a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
And myself, and the whole relationship container.
Yeah. And I think this is not us saying, stop doing anything for your woman. Stop unpacking the dishwasher, stop cleaning the shower, stop dropping the kids at school. No. What pissed me off about Jacob is that he was choosing to do these things for me instead of, he was doing them not because they lit him up and he was excited. He was doing them just because he thought it was going to keep the peace. Like just because he thought that's what I wanted. Where it's like, yeah, I want to feel you. And a woman wants a man that knows what he wants with direction. Not someone that is just doing things for the sake of it, just doing things because he was told to do them.
She wants a man that she can trust. I think that was the biggest thing, is that you didn't feel like if shit went down, you couldn't trust me because I was just so wobbly. I was just so, able to be moved by whatever anyone else said.
Yes. Yes, and I used to say things to Jacob like, I got so used to him doing shit for me. I would say, can you go do this for me? And he would say, yes, 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 yes. And I remember when he stopped doing that, he was like, no, you go do it. And oh my God, I got really turned on. It was like sexy to be told no. And it was sexy for him to like have a spine. For him to be like, no, you go do it for yourself. That isn't in alignment with me right now. So I think this is really speaking to the men that falter for their women and what we would call pussies, or like what? Limp-dicked pussies, pushovers. Yeah, it's like your woman, even though she might be comfortable with telling you what to do, she actually wants you to stand the fuck up for yourself.
Yeah.
She's testing your boundaries. She's trying to push you over so that you will stand the fuck up and say what you want.
She's testing you because she wants to know that she can trust you.
Yeah.
That's at the core of it, all right? And this passive, this spineless man that is just, pushed over by the wind, it's dead. It's a dead thing, because you know what happens to that man? He ends up becoming resentful of his woman, or he ends up fearing her. And a man that is in fear, or a man that is resentful, cannot truly hold a woman in all her forms.
Yeah.
All right? So, like, the biggest work that I've ever had to do was to be able to say no to this woman when I'm in my zone, when I'm choosing to focus on my purpose and do what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
And that, doing something for her doesn't light me up right in this moment. I've got to be able to say no to that. And when I choose my purpose first and honour what's coming through for me, she sees that and she likes that, and she can see that I'm committed.
Yeah.
She can see that I've got a spine. She can see that I've embraced that mountain, unshakable energy.
Yeah.
So
a man that knows what he wants and really goes for that and chooses that,
is willing to put in the work to get it,
is really sexy.
So through me seeing that this woman is not my everything, our relationship has deepened. The polarity has just amplified, and our sexual attraction has just been like next level. And through this whole coronavirus stuff, and through the whole social distancing and being in close proximity to each other, we've practiced this. And what has the result of all of this has just been a really powerful, loving relationship. And this only came because I chose to live my purpose. It wasn't because I chose to do more for her. I chose to live my purpose, and I've been feeling so full from just doing that, you know, I'm wanting to engage. You know, when I'm with her, I'm present. I'm not just like waiting or like thinking, what does she need me to do? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do that? I'm actually sitting down with her. I'm looking her in the eyes, and she has a man that is present, that is conscious, and that is here in the moment.
Yes.
Mm.
And we still want to be treated like a queen, but we want that to be from a king. And a king knows his place. A king goes for what he wants. He's not the servant to the queen. No, he still treats her like a queen, but he's not her servant.
And what Meg's just said is that this service to your queen cannot be at the expense of what you're here to do.
Boom.
Done. Alrighty, family. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. But yeah, this is a really powerful remembering for any man that is trying to activate his you know, empowered masculine. The first thing that you can do if you are in a relationship, or if you've had relationships in the past where you've fallen into that servant mindset, is to remember that she is not your everything. Right on. Bless up, family.
Big love.
See you soon. Peace.